Well, my story started quite a long time ago because I have a lot of bone disorders. I've had six bilateral surgeries, hip, knees, and shoulders replaced.
Wow.
And you still have pain, you know what I mean? And if you would like to know a little bit about me, my name is Paula. I'm in Central Florida. I'm a mom, wife, and grandmother, and love being a grandmother. That's the greatest part of my life.
Mm.
But I haven't been able to really play and be what I wanted to be with my granddaughter because of pain.
What is your age,
And
Paula?
I'm 75.
Wow, you're
And
gorgeous.
so thank you. But anyway, I had a blood clot in my leg that was like from my ankle all the way up to the groin area. And the doctors did an ECOS procedure that removed most of the blood clot, but my feet and my legs swelled continually after that. And I actually was wearing two different size shoes, one 11 on one foot and 10 on the other. And so within, I guess, 2 months, I now wear the same size shoes, which is glorious for us girls. You know that. Yes. And so, and I want to say thank you to Karen, my dear, dear friend that got me started in this. She had a little patch and she put it up on the screen on her Facebook. And of course, some people call me nosy. I think I'm inquisitive. But anyway, I said, what's going on? And she told me I'd never heard her other story from the other company we're in, is how I actually met her. And so, anyway, I was just enthralled with all that had happened to her through the patches. So, anyway, I was not able to get in and out of bed without pain, in and out of the car without pain. I couldn't turn over in the bed because of pain. I had the arthritis in my back, had fused the lower part of my back together. And so the arthritis in my feet, my back, the continued pain in my hips, I just couldn't do a lot. I couldn't even hardly get from the couch to the kitchen to make my husband's supper. Really
And
sad.
Paula, how long has this been? We were talking
That
about that
started.
earlier.
It started in February. I got my patches at the 1st of February, and my sister-in-law was coming to visit, and she already knew that she was going to be doing most of the work. So she was pretty shocked when I got up and did the work and waited on her and helped her, and I acted like I was supposed to.
And
And
before that, excuse me, let me
go,
ask you, how long were you in pain previous
oh,
to?
probably since I was 50 years old. It started back then. And in fact, when doctors said, when she went through my health chart and saw my genetic factors, she said I didn't have a chance. And she said, probably had they known as a child, they would have diagnosed me as having arthritis as a child.
So you didn't have
But
an accident or anything. You actually, this is ongoing from childhood on up.
yes, yes,
Wow.
I've just had lots of pain, and you just endure it. You learn to endure it. I come from a strong line of women that we never complained. We just work and we go on anyway. That's just how we are. And so, anyway, 6 months, I thought I had been given a new body, a new mind. All my creativity was back. It was glorious. I cannot tell you how wonderful it was. But some foolish things that I did that I hope others will learn from me and not do is I was listening to all these wonderful podcasts. I love them. And everybody was quitting their medicines, and foolishly, I did too. Um, and at the same time, I was kind of getting on everybody's nerves because I was so energetic and so doing everything and couldn't sleep actually. So I tried the sleep and the nirvana. And for some reason, we don't know why exactly, but all of that sent me into a terrible depression and a retracing that I've come to find out that I'm not the only one that's experienced the retracing, but I refused to quit patching. I refused because I just knew something in me was changing. I knew something was different. And even though I was very depressed, some of the pain had returned, I didn't quit. And I did, Karen was very gracious in helping me understand maybe the diet, maybe, some other things. I did find out that the little thyroid pill that I took has a lot to do with depression. Shame on me for quitting. But anyway, I had a lipoma. I don't know if you can see my arm. You really can't see my arm. But anyway, it was the size of a hen egg on my arm. And I had no idea that these patches could actually do anything about a lipoma. And it's now down, very small. And I'm using the Alavita, how do we pronounce that, on it. And it's continuing to decrease. So now it's just maybe the size of a quarter, just barely, you can barely see it. Amazing. So anyway, those are some of the great things. And like I said, it's been 6 months that everything hasn't been so great. But I, like I said, I'm not a quitter. And I knew the science behind that. We've heard those words before somewhere, the science behind it. But this is good science. And the science, I believed in the science behind it. I believed how a stem cell could, a good one could come over here and make another good one. And it's going to take time because I had a lot of issues. And I mean, swelling, and I couldn't wear my wedding ring, but maybe an hour or so a day because my hands would swell. I have no swelling in my hands now. I can wear my wedding ring all the time. Then I had fingernails. I've never had fingernails in my whole life. I've got fingernails now. Wow. My hair grew back because with the blood clots, I was taking Eliquis and it caused my hair to fall out. And now I have hair back. I don't have to worry about, in the back trying to patch it all together. And so that's a wonderful thing. I'm able to sleep now all night long. I mean, 7 or 8 hours I sleep, without any help. Sometimes I'll use the Alavita at night. Okay. And all those times that, for 6 months where it didn't seem like much was happening, a lot was happening because my dad passed with colon cancer. So the doctor had said, come back every 2 years and let's just make sure, because he wasn't real pleased with some of the results 2 years ago. And he just warned me, where the polyps are, it's not a good place. It is where cancers grow, he told me. So this year, when I go back, he had this great big smile on his face when he came in to tell me the results. And he said, everything looks great. And I know, yes, isn't that exciting? And I know when you go to the dentist, especially as we age, you get all these gum things and they go 5, 5, 2, 3, all those things in your gums. Well, last September, there were lots of 5s, lots of 4s, lots of 3s, a few 2s. This September, when I go back, 2s, only 2 5s and 1 4. So that's huge. Wonderful.